So I would say my number one tip for talking to the camera in public would be going with them this time. You know, there is just something about Saturday morning cereal that hits differently. It's like when you were younger and you just looked so forward to Saturday morning cartoons. It was just a thing. For some reason, Saturday morning cereal it just hits a little differently. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today, I am going to give you 5 tips for talking to the camera while filming in public. I know that filming in public can be cringeworthy in general, but then add a talking piece on top of it, and it can be a little intimidating. I get it. But I've got 5 tips here that are going to be very helpful and might make pressing that record button just a little easier. Before we get into the 5 tips that I have for you, I hope you enjoyed that little montage. I know it was a little serious, a little intense, but I found that song and I just really, really liked it. So figured I would throw it in today's video. Music is such an important role in your video, in every video, whether it's a serious, intense song, whether it's like a light and airy, fluffy song. It sets the tone for the entire video. So music is super, super important. And where I get my music from is Musicbed. In my opinion, they hands down have the best selection when it comes to music. And if you want to try out their music, I do have a link to a 14-day free trial down in the description. So feel free to check that out. Okay, let's get into the video. 5 tips for talking to the camera while filming in public. And tip number 1, I act like I am FaceTiming my mom. I'm showing her, look how gorgeous everything is. We're on this unbelievable beach this morning. Our camp is just up the hill. It's just probably about a 5-minute walk from all of this amazingness. Today I am in Costa Rica. I am here filming a boot camp. I know filming in public in general is intimidating and it can be hard. And then throw in talking to the camera and that can make it even 10 times harder. So I would say my number one tip for talking to the camera in public would be act like you're FaceTiming your mom, a friend, your grandma, whoever. Woo! Oh, my bad. Got a car behind me. Tip number 2 is walking while talking. I feel like when I have tried to do talking pieces and I'm just standing still, maybe my camera is on a tripod, I tend to be very aware of everybody around me. But if I am walking and talking like you would do if you were FaceTiming somebody, but you were on your way somewhere, it just makes everything flow easier. Walking gives your body something to do and just generally makes you feel a little bit more natural and fluid, like you are simply just vlogging and not performing. Tip number 3 is give your eyes a job. If you've ever noticed in some of my other filming myself videos, if I am doing a talking piece, I'm not always directly looking into the camera. I am more than likely probably looking around. I'm very animated, so I talk a lot with my hands. I might be glancing off to the side. I might be looking ahead, but I always kind of bring my attention back to the camera. Giving your eyes permission to not always be looking directly at the camera is also going to make this feel a little bit more natural and again, make you sound more natural and more fluid. Tip number 4 is plan what you're going to say ahead of time. A full-on script is definitely not necessary in my opinion, but making 3 to 5 bullet points in your notes app is going to make a world of difference. Knowing your talking pieces ahead of time is going to keep you from either freezing up or just rambling, and is going to make you sound more natural. Tip number 5, and possibly one of my favorite tips, is messy over perfect. If you fumble over a word, if somebody walks in front of your shot as you're sitting there talking to the camera, include some of the bloopers, include the laughs. Excuse me. I have done this quite a bit in a lot of my videos, whether I am including a time that I screwed up. I have more than one location that I want to film in, but if I have one, good God. Sometimes it's kind of nice to bring in the screw ups or the bloopers or whatever you want to call them, because it just brings a realness and relatability piece to your video. And a bonus tip for everybody, just remember, you know what your goals are. You know what it is that you are working towards. Nobody else has to know that. I've said this before, you are actually doing something very courageous and brave by, for one, filming yourself in public, but 2, adding a whole nother layer if you are talking to the camera. That's a really brave thing to do. It's a very uncomfortable thing to do, and most people would never make themselves that uncomfortable. The way I look at it, I hope that when people pass me and I am talking to the camera in public, they might think, man, I could never do that. Like, I cannot believe she is just doing that right out in front of everybody. I could never do that. Rather than being like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe she is talking to the camera. How embarrassing. Like, who is she even talking to? You know, I try and put a positive spin on it rather than worrying and thinking that everybody is just thinking that I am the biggest idiot because I am sitting here essentially talking to myself, which I'm not. I'm talking to all of you. That takes the pressure off a little bit and honestly just makes things flow a little bit more naturally. So again, just press record. Let's fuck around and see what happens. I love that saying. And one more thing I wanted to mention is my YouTube community officially opens this Monday. So if you are interested in that and want to see what that is all about, what it all includes, go ahead and click the link in the description below. Thank you so much again for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.